Welcome to a very special episode of Pop-Tart Unboxing. I'm Jameson. As always, have I ever introduced myself on this show before? Show in a loose term. Regardless, welcome to Pop-Tarts and unboxing them. I'm Jameson, and I have a very special one today. It's very special because this is the last one in my current home. We're moving. It's really exciting. We're very excited about it. It's also special because I have it on good faith that these Pop-Tarts are actually good. Believe it or not. Today we have these bad boys. Pretzel Pop-Tarts. Now, why do I have confidence these will be good, you may ask? Well, not only have I heard that they're good on a podcast, but also my partner has actually tried these before, and they think they're good. Long story short, they were kind enough to get me some, but I already had some, and so they ended up eating some of the ones they got. So now I will join them in eating some Pop-Tarts pretzel, cinnamon sugar, and chocolate. Now, cinnamon sugar, certainly a pretzel flavor. Chocolate, less of a pretzel flavor, but definitely an iconic Pop-Tart flavor. These are, while certainly not as fancy, not as wacky, weird, crazy as the Pop-Tarts videos that are Pop-Tarts boxes that we've seen in the past, do have sort of a classy look to them. They have this fun little pretzel ring around it. They have a different overall box design. It says sweet, pretzel, salty. I think the pretzel is supposed to look like an ampersand, sort of. Kind of does. Saying it's got instructions on this side there. You gotta eat them. I'm not sure how I've never been a fan of freezing Pop-Tarts. I feel like it would be particularly weird with pretzels, but I'm hoping that some warm pretzels will be pretty good. So in this one, in the back, it explicitly suggests toasting them. Some sort of Pop-Tarts toasted logo. I imagine there's like a Pop-Tarts frozen logo as well. Seems like the kind of thing they would do. Current Pop-Tarts branding is interesting and a little weird, but let's crack these bad boys open and see how they taste. Like I said, I have high hopes for these guys. I'm hoping they'll be a pretty tasty snack to polish off as we move. Especially because I think we still have another half a box of each of them. I don't know if we'll eat all of them before we move. Probably not. Will we bring Pop-Tarts with us when we move? Only time will tell. Same regular silver foil packaging. Similarly to what we've done in the past with these sort of dual Pop-Tart flavors. I'm going to eat one of each. So don't worry, they won't go to waste. Unlike the Fruit Loops Pop-Tarts, which I did promptly throw away because they were terrible. These won't go to waste though. I'll make sure that if they're at least if they're good, I will make sure that they're nice and zip-locked away. So we have our cinnamon sugar ones, and we have our chocolate ones. And I will say right off, they definitely are delivering on the pretzel, both the aesthetic as well as the smell. The chocolate ones have the chocolate icing, and the cinnamon sugar have vanilla icing. Besides that, it's pretty normal on the front, except for, of course, the most iconic and interesting, not iconic, that's not the word I'm looking for. The most notable thing about the pretzel Pop-Tarts is that they're doing a completely different bread than regular Pop-Tarts. They have a pretzel bread, so I'm very curious to see how that tastes. Let's find out, shall we? Pop-Tarts. As you may be able to see, they're a little more crispy than usual. I've been informed that I don't toast my Pop-Tarts enough, and while I've made jokes about it in the past, I've actually toasted these one a little bit. You can kind of smell. You can't. I can smell there's a pleasant pretzel. Like chocolate. It is a very Pop-Tart smell. The pretzel smells kind of lowers a little bit with the heat. So, but yeah, this smells like I would almost guarantee just from the smell, going to be pretty standard cinnamon Pop-Tart internals. The cinnamon Pop-Tart what would you even call it? Jelly? Pastry filling? Filling. Filling. That's a word. The cinnamon filling. I'm almost certain it's the regular, not from the regular Pop-Tart, just from smelling it. But that's good. So let's take a look. Hmm. Not bad. Not really impressive. It is the same filling as you'd see from a regular brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart. It does. I will say the pretzel bread is less different. It's less crumbly, but taste-wise is not significantly different. Doesn't seem like to me anyway. Oh. There is a little bit of saltiness to it. I was actually afraid the saltiness would be overpowered because I assume these little, the little white flecks are salt. Are they? I can grab one. Not sure it is. Hard to say though. It's so small. It's certainly not like a full granule of salt. Like I kind of thought it was. That's certainly the aesthetic it's going for. This is a pretzel and all. The pretzels have like the iconic, large salt granules, which I'm actually not a fan of. Not really here and here or there. I was afraid the salt would be overpowering. It does have a little bit of a salty taste, but it's actually not hugely significant. I'm not sure I would recommend. I'm not sure I would. It has like a different. The texture is different. Like it's not the crumbly cake texture of a regular Pop-Tart. It is a little more like firm on the outside, which is fine. It doesn't taste significantly different. I don't think I would recommend it differently than a brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart, which isn't bad. A brown sugar Pop-Tart is good. So see if it's any different for the chocolate. Well, that had a little more salt in it. So there is saltiness. It's just, I think it's more subtle than I was expecting, which isn't a bad thing. So here we have this brown filling, chocolate filling. Again, not bad. Again, I wouldn't... I'm torn. It's not bad. It basically tastes like a hot fudge Pop-Tart with a slightly different crust, but I was really expecting the crust to be something significantly different, and it's really not. It's not bad. It's not bad, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed. The boxes promise sweet, pretzel, salty. I get sweet, a little bit of salty, but really not that much. And I don't think it significantly impacts the taste profile of the Pop-Tart one way or the other, at the level that it's in anyway, which is a little disappointing. I was hoping for something more pretzel-y, and it has a pretzel-y smell. I almost wonder if it would be better untoasted? That doesn't seem like it would be right, though. I don't want to commit to eating a third Pop-Tart. Oh, I could. No, I shouldn't. But I could. Nah. Who eats cold Pop-Tarts? Anyway, at least for the recommended, remember, on the box it says toasted. So recommended way to consume these Pop-Tarts, I can't say that they're impressive to me. So, all right. a hell of a lot better than some of the Pop-Tarts we've eaten on this show. It's weird to call it a show, is whatever. Certainly not. Certainly, I will not throw these ones away like I did the Fruit Loops Pop-Tarts. They're fine though. They're fine. Pretzel Pop-Tarts. They're fine.